Hello again. Today checking out this Mcree player, ranked silver. He says, "Hello, I'm a low silver DPS, peak 1941, so never seen gold. Unfortunate. You'll get there. I mean, everyone can get there. You say you've been playing Mcree because he's fun and he's a good hero. You want to climb and you want tips. Your average accuracy is 45% in general and 50 this season. I mean, that's really fine. Accuracy isn't something you should worry too much about. Like, I always feel like it's good to go for riskier shots, which will obviously like drag down your accuracy, but every shot you don't go for is basically a miss. So if I mean like if you really want to maximize your accuracy, you'll just like only take shots that you know you're gonna hit, which is obviously not what you should be doing. So in other words, don't worry about it. Like 50% is fine, I'll say. And yeah, you say you win 43 match on the Monday. Yeah, let's get into it. First things first, I always like to start by analyzing your team comp. You've got, well, tanks, Orisa, Zarya, terrible tank line. Like, there's zero synergy there. I really hate to see Zarya, Orisa. Uh, Anna, Zen, pretty good. Risky but good. It means like you're probably gonna want to take care of the healers because they are vulnerable. It's a bit of a glass cannon support line. And then you've got Tracer who's just gonna be doing her own thing. And you want Mcree. McCree's not a bad pick here. Like it's actually a pretty good pick, I'd say. I know you said you want to just play McCree because he's fun, and that's fine. But you know, sometimes you're just gonna have to not play McCree. But in this situation, it's fine. So yeah, let's get into it. Actually, a map, the body, pretty good for McCree. Like, the sightlines aren't really too long. The thing about McCree is like he doesn't have as much range as like Widow or Ash because at certain ranges, like even like this range here, if you're standing here and you're shooting at someone who's up here, you're not gonna be doing full damage to them. Same like if you're standing here and you're trying to shoot someone all the way over here, you're not gonna be doing full damage to them. So that is something to be aware of. But the money doesn't have too many like super long sight lines, so that's okay. Yeah, it's a fine map for McCree. Not too much to say there. Where are you? You're number F7. Cool. Uh, I would really, really, really love to ask for feedback. I'm still practicing my VOD reviews, obviously. So yeah, please let me know. Like, this might be really long or it might be really short. Generally, I just go for it and uh, like a few of my last few VOD reviews were over an hour, like an hour and a half, two of them, which is really long. I'd like to avoid that, but I mean, you already know how long it is. I don't at this point. Point being, like, let me know. Like, I can go really slow. I might get a bit into the nitty gritty of things. Like, let me know like what precisely you like of my VOD reviews, so I can focus on that in my future VOD reviews. I'd appreciate that a lot. Let's get into it. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's just go. Default skin, questionable choice. Skins don't matter, but like why? Actually, yeah, I shouldn't be laughing. Sorry for mocking you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was about to say, like, you probably want to be behind your tanks. It doesn't really matter too much. Like, okay, I'm not sure how much I should be nitpicking, but you should be behind your tanks. Over here, it probably doesn't matter, but that's the thing. It probably doesn't matter. You don't know. Maybe they've got a widow up here. Like, you just wouldn't know. Maybe you're just walking, and then suddenly you get killed by a widow, and that's preventable. Well, not preventable. Like, the odds are lower if you're behind your tanks. So it's a small thing, but it is a thing. Rather be behind your tanks. Like even now, you're just going in. You don't want to be the first one in as McCree. You never want to be the first one in, because McCree thing about McCree is he's very, very diveable or very, very rushable. Like he's got his flashback, he's got his role, but if let's say you go in alone, you like walk up, you're all alone, and then suddenly this Ryan decides he wants you dead. And like let's say he's not alone. Let's say there's a Ryan and a Zarya, then they can just go in and kill you, and like there's really not a lot you can do about it. So like at this point, you haven't seen the enemy yet. You don't know what they've got. Maybe they've got like Winston Diva. They can just dive you and kill you or whatever. Point being, like, uh, it's not safe to go in as like first. You don't want to be going in first. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Missed your flashback, unfortunate. I would have liked to see that. I'm kind of glad that you didn't fan the hammer. Fanning the hammer there might have actually been good, but I'm kind of glad that you didn't. Yeah, I think probably like right now, Bastion, like you want Bastion dead, obviously, like pretty big target. You're up to both of their tanks are dead, which is wonderful. But honestly, like looking at it from this perspective, I would avoid the Bastion. I would stand behind this cover and try to go for these two first. I think that's more important. Reason being, A, like you're not doing full damage at this range, like I said, McCree's got limited range. B, Bastion's got armor, and Bastion's got damage resistance, so it takes a while to kill a Bastion, but from this angle, like, Mercy's already low. You can literally one-shot her right now, like, one headshot and she's dead, so, yeah, maybe focus on the Mercy, not the Bastion. Okay, your whole team decided to focus the Bastion, so if your whole team decides to focus the Bastion, that's good, but, you get what I'm saying. You could have just killed Mercy there, and that would have been even bigger than the Bastion, like to an extent.
Taking the point.
Doesn't really matter. It looks like you're winning this fight. Yeah, just I mean, like your tank should be holding them back. You can actually just chill. Like honestly, just don't die right here, and you're good. Yeah, just chill. So yeah, you do want to be pushing up. They just lost their Winston, so it's a 5v6. Rather, your team... Oh, god damn it. This is the thing about lower ranks. You want aggressive tanks. Your tank should be pushing right now. You should still be behind your tanks, or at least staying safe. Like, don't just go yee. Like that's what your tank should be doing. But for you, it's fine to just stand here, doof, doof, doof. Stay safe, but still do damage. That's what you should be doing. Like your team should be pressing the advantage. They're not. Whatever. It's fine for you to just stand here.
Hey there.
You don't have to be on cart either. Like, okay, well, you could have just killed Ryan right there if you were closer, which you're not. Like, thing about the payload, you only ever really need one on payload. It's very rare that like having 2 or 3 on payload actually makes a difference. Especially if the enemy team have people alive. Like if the entire enemy team's dead, yeah, sure, have 3 on payload. But if they've got people alive, just have 1 on payload. That's fine. And it doesn't have to be you. It usually doesn't have to be you. In this case, it has to be you because no one else is doing it. So do it. But you know, you hear what I'm saying. Like. Back there, at least, unlucky. Like, not much you could have done there except for flash him. But I mean, he killed you so quickly. I don't blame you for dying to that. It's okay. That's just what Junkrat does.
My ultimate's ready.
Okay, so your ultimate is ready. You did just lose to Monkey, which like, if that didn't happen, I would have definitely recommended going this way so you can high noon from the high ground. But considering that you just lost 2 from Monkey, I think it's more important to go to the payload. Because no one else is on the payload. In fact, actually, like, you're busy losing this fight. Zarya is about to die as well. Which actually means like you should be playing it even safer than that. You could go for the payload, but I almost want to say like you should even be staying like way back because fight's not looking good for your team.
Form up here.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you came back.
Hey.
That's good. Oof, she's one. That's fine. I like that you're staying back. So about the high noon, it might be tempting. Okay, your team still has Zarya or I hate to see it. But you can totally just use your high noon to break Ryan's shield. That's a fair use of high noon. Uh, something you could do with it. Not right now. Actually, right now it would be a great time to high noon just to break Ryan's shield. Like yeah. Like, I don't know if you know the numbers, but like High Noon does an insane amount of damage. Uh, I'll quickly give you like from memory, like obviously I don't know the numbers by heart, but like the first 2 seconds of High Noon, so like you'd press High Noon and you know the like skull like slowly closes up on them. For the first 2 seconds of that, of like charging on someone, it goes slowly, but after that it like shoots up like how much damage it does. So they did that change specifically to counter tanks because tanks were too strong a while like a few years ago. So the point being like it's such a great ult for doing like big damage to tanks like to Rhine shield for example, or really to any shield. Like if you use it on Reinhardt right now, like if you let it charge for like 6 or 7 seconds, it can actually just one shot his shield. So yeah, you had an opportunity to do that. In fact, you still have an opportunity to do that. Yeah, okay, that's good that your team killed it. Oof. A little bit late because they're close to cover. Like Ryan's probably gonna fall back. May's probably gonna fall back. It's fine. Maybe a bit late. Okay. Actually, like May didn't fall in cover. She could have. She didn't. She could have.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, just stay out of it, Blizzard. I like what you're doing. Right now, you should be playing more aggressive.
Hold up.
Love it. Love it. You can go even more aggressive. Like I think they've only got one left. Only the Anna left. Yeah. So honestly, just chase her. Like, yeah. Or just chill on payload, I suppose. I think you should have chased her. It doesn't make much of a difference, but having 4 or 5 on the payload is literally useless. Like, the payload rules, like, if one person's on it, we can say it goes at like 100%. 2 people on it, I think, is 120%, and 3 people on it, 130%. So, like, such a big difference between 1, 2, and 3 people, but then after 3 people, no boost. It literally doesn't go faster after 3 people. So, it goes from being pretty much pointless to being literally pointless. You don't have to be your. You could at this point like instead of like even back here, you could think of taking the high ground. It's a long way to the high ground, but you've got time to go around here up these stairs. La la la. That's something you could have done in this time instead of just standing on payload. Probably not too important, but getting the high, it's you could use this time to get better positioning is what I'm saying. Being around here is fine. Being up here is better. Yeah, in particular, there really isn't too like too many places you can go, so it's fine. Um, just giving you suggestions for things you could have done in this time instead of just wasting time on payload. Yeah, you could have totally rolled there to reload. You want to just kill him as fast as possible. Love it. Yeah. I want to say okay. Well, I was about to praise your accuracy, but this is the second flashbang you missed, so maybe you need to work on your flashbang accuracy. Um, but your shooty pew pew accuracy is fine. It's really fine. Um,
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
even now, like it's gonna get. I'm
Halt.
gonna stop
Charge.
talking about it, but I don't like that you're on guard right now. There is more that you can be doing. Like you can go on a cheeky flank here. Like let's say instead of staying here, you walk up here, you come up here, you see the May. You can give her a few pot shots. Uh, Either you and Tracer could actually finish her off, or you can force her to go back. It's good to contest flanks like that. Even if you don't go on a crazy flank right here, like you could totally just come here and like start killing their backline, like kill their Moira, like who's here. She's about to come out of Fade, but trust me, there's a Moira here. Um, so you could do that. You don't have to, but even just stopping their Mei from doing the same is worth it. Now, as I said on Mcree is super duper diveable, so it's risky. But you've got to take risks is the thing. Like it's risky, but you've got to take risks. And this isn't too big of a risk because you can roll back and then you're back on your team in like 2 seconds. It's still a risk, not the biggest risk. But like, yeah, there is just more that you could be doing. Like even now, you see them behind. You could have been contesting them earlier.
On
Big, big,
me.
big. I love it. I love
Get
it.
eyes.
Massive.
Get eyes ready.
Yeah, right now, just dead eye the Rhine.
Whoa there.
Kind of a pointless flank. Like, I would have preferred to see you taking this position up here, like maybe going up here, so that you can high noon from up here. Basically just to clear the point when it's here where it is, or you could be fighting on point. So I respect this flag. It's just slightly pointless. I think is the word. Big, big, big.
Oh, excuse me. Hey there.
Yeah, no, that was fine. So a couple of missed opportunities aside, I mean, you did well there. Your team was rolling. I'm just gonna skip forward.
Initiating match.
Yeah.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Fall
Five,
back.
4, 3,
Form up here.
1. Attackers
Move up
incoming.
here.
Defend objective
Okay,
A.
so holding up your uh usually what you want to do, but like right now you don't have too much of an anchor tank. You've got Zarya, but where's your Orisa? Here's your Orisa. Is she this makes me so angry to see. So here's the thing about playing with bad teammates. You have to play around your bad teammates. Setting up here is the thing to do. If you had your Orisa up there, your Orisa should be up here so that like when the enemy team inevitably when they push for you with their Ryan Zarya, because like right now their Ryan Zarya can actually just come up here and deal with you three, even you four, because your Orisa's down here. So even though like even though the correct thing for your team to do is to set up here, because your Orisa is down here, I hate to say it, but you want to be with her instead. Which is not the ideal thing to do, but in my opinion, like that's just the thing about having bad teammates. You have to change the way you play for your teammates. So when you have bad teammates, like hate to say it, but you've got to play around them. You want to be down here. You could also come up here, which is fine. Like it's fine, but holding up here is risky because like if all six of them like I mean up here you don't know what they have, but let's just pretend. Okay, actually, let's go with what they actually do have. They have Ryan, Zarya, Junkrat, Kree, Mercy, Anna. If all six of them just come out here, then you guys are fucked. You four aren't gonna stand up to that. You can't repel that. So you're either gonna have to run whilst taking a bunch of damage and using your abilities, or die. Or get lucky. Of course, you can always get lucky, but I'm talking about like what's more consistent. So yeah, the point is like even though setting up here is a good thing, you really need your Orisa with you, and she's not there. So I hate to say it, but you should be setting up on the low ground with your Orisa. Like it sucks. It really sucks. I hate that she's down here, but what can you do? You've got to play around your team. So let's see if my prediction is right, and these guys just roll you because I mean they can. Okay, Ryan charged. He's Never mind. Ryan should definitely not have charged there. If he had just walked up hammer swinging, with his supports on him, which okay, they weren't following him. It's so hard to talk about these things because, like, you should be anticipating what should be happening. You should not be. Your game plan shouldn't involve their tanks feeding on their own while the rest of their team goes this way. Your Orisa's all alone. Actually, your Tracer's also your. It's kind of frustrating to talk about because their whole team should have pushed here and you should have lost. Their Ryan should not have charged in. But instead, the Ryan charged in, he's feeding. Now you guys should kill the Zarya and then the rest of the fight should be easy. Ugh. Okay, well, you didn't charge a Zarya. I don't blame you because you didn't know that the rest of their team was here. If you had known, you should have pushed the Zarya, but you didn't know, so that's fine. That's fine. I've got to say, you gave up the high ground for no reason. Like you really had no reason, no bet. You don't benefit at all from dropping down. The nice thing about the high ground is that you can go to the low ground at a moment's notice. When from the low ground you can't go to the high ground at a moment's notice. So point is like you want to hold the high ground until you have a reason to drop down to the low ground. So you don't have to drop down there. You're holding a little bit close. Junkrat at this range, he can shoot you with his bomb and throw a mine at you, and you're dead. It's quite risky, especially if you don't have flashbang, which you don't, because you'd already wasted it. So I would be taking a few steps back just to be safe from the Junkrat. Like he can just basically one shot you. Not really one shot, but like he can kill you instantly. He decided not to, and that's okay. I think he's going on a flag. Okay, in this situation, they've got 4 here, which is fine, but the Ryan is all alone, so you guys should just be killing the Ryan while he's separated from his team. Love to see it. Love that that's what your team's doing, except like it's only you doing it. He did end up dying, that's good. I heard from something from top right. Yeah, it's their Cree. He's probably your biggest priority right now. Yeah, definitely like... Okay, well, I guess the rest of your team did keep him at bay, so it's not important, but you want to be thinking about threats, about what can, like, kill your team, and at this point, like, it's probably the Kree, or it was probably the Kree. I guess Zarya, like, actually, she's not... Think about Zarya, she won't ever one-shot anyone. Why is he here? Did he get rezzed? Oh no, that was just a glitch. Yeah, that's fine. Big. Your accuracy is good. I am happy with your accuracy.
Nano boost is charged.
My ultimate is charging.
At this point, I would be thinking about taking the high ground. Like, you've got some downtime. They're not gonna engage immediately, so you want to decide where do I want to be for this next fight. On the point, like, being up here is just objectively better than being on the point because you can't just go to the point. Also up here, like I said, the thing about being up here, like you can get rushed, but I think at this point it's very unlikely for you to get rushed. Like at the start, is the most likely time for like 6 people to just come through this door. This late into the game, like it's a lot less likely, so you can feel safe standing up here. Um, Point is like you want to be thinking. Okay, I like it. I like it. You're doing what I'm saying that you should be doing. So maybe I should stop saying it. Let's go. Okay. So through the sonic arrow, you saw that they're going low ground. So I think about this point, like if they go through this door, which looks like they're doing, then you can't do too much from them. Like you can stand here and shoot them as they're going out, but they can threaten your teammates, which is the more important thing. So the fact that you know they're going low ground means you actually want to be back here, not up here. Up here is fine. Um, I think back here is better. So you can't move there because you know you're going low ground. Little bit too close, little bit too close. They can kill you right now very easily. Junkrat to the left, definitely focus him first. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, you could take care of this so easily. Like this you can take care of, but it's a bit harder because they've got cover. These two, they don't have cover. Like they can go in here, but you could probably just two-shot them. Yeah, that's not gonna work, not in a doorway. I like it, but it's not gonna work there. Beautiful shots, beautiful shots. Love it, love it. Deadeye. Arguably, the fight's already won. In fact, you shouldn't Deadeye because the fight's already won. But Deadeye is like such a low value ult that like really, I feel like you can just use it whenever it's applicable, and this is a situation where it is applicable. Even if it's unnecessary, like it's not like you never like. It's very rare for the next fight to come and you to be like, ah, I wish I had Deadeye. You know. It's something you should just be using when you have an opportunity to use it. Like some ultimates, like Barrage, you want to make an opportunity to use it. Deadeye is more of a you use it when you can use it. Same as like Earth Shatter is the same. Like Earth Shatter, you should just throw out whenever you get an opportunity to shatter, because you're not gonna get all of the opportunities to shatter. Same with Deadeye, you're not gonna get all of the opportunities to Deadeye, so just use it when you have the opportunity. That's how I see it. Okay, I think they're coming upstairs this time, which is dangerous. In fact, they're regrouping. You don't notice at this point, like, I don't think you should be holding Ur ever. Like, even when I told you should be on the high ground, I was more referring to about Urish, just so if they decide to rush, they don't just kill you. Yeah, you can definitely Ur them at this point, and you should be scared. Actually, it looks like you're going for a sneak play, like you're being sneaky, and that's not against Shrine. The thing about like these sneaky plays, it works against. You want to flash fan the hammer. You want to just delete one person, but you can't do that against Ryan. Okay, Ryan right now he's got third person. When he's shielding like this, he knows you're there. You're not hiding from it anymore. Probably. Like, actually, let's see. Let's watch it from his perspective. What is he seeing? Okay, he didn't see you. Okay, that's actually nice. I like it. Risky, but nice. Just because you didn't get scouted. Oof, big purple. Just go for a headshot. Looks like you panicked a little bit there, which is okay. Like, yeah, I have the benefit of pausing and unpausing whenever I want to, but you know, you can't criticize someone for not doing the absolute best play at the moment because, like, you're under pressure. You've got like 2 seconds to do everything I tell you to do in like while pausing. Okay, they've got Nano Winston, which is scary. Okay, right on point, just Deadeye him. Honestly, just Deadeye him. He wasn't shielding for some reason. He should have been shielding there. Then I would have helped if he was shielding, but I mean, yeah, you flashbang him, but he should have continued shielding after that. In fact, he never should have been on the point, but like where he was, he should have been shielding, not just standing there like an idiot. He wasn't even swinging; he was just standing there. Maybe he had accepted his fate, but with 30 seconds left on the clock, there's no time for him to come back. So, well, probably. So he should have just done what he could to stay alive.
Double kill.
Beautiful, beautiful.
10 seconds.
What just happened? Their Mcree just popped off. I thought it was over. I think you also thought it was over. What a play from their Mcree.
Not good.
So,
Bad.
in this
That
situation,
sure
like
as
I would
hell
have
ain't
tried
nothing.
to go for a stall pick, so go something speedy like Soldier or Tracer just to get back fast, but like that's only if you think you can make it in time, man. Like when you lost 3, it's possible that you can come back in time and turn it around, but then you lost another 2, so like it's just pointless. It's fine for you to stay on Mcree, but something to think about. Something to think about. Don't know if you were thinking about it or not, but you should have been. So yeah, in this situation, like I think you've got most of your team. Actually, you've just got 3. Why do you only have 3? Where are the rest of your team? Not back here. Oh god, okay, never mind. Because you've only got 3, you should be falling back. I thought you had more. This is why you look around. Like, I'm looking around now to see who's left, but this is what you should be doing, like, for deciding if you want to hold here or not. Like, you've only got 3, so you should be looking around, identifying that you've only got 3, and then running for your life, because, I mean, you've only got 3. You're at such a disadvantage, so just play it safe. I love that bubble. I'm a Winston main, so bubbles like that are my bread and butter. So yeah, you did what you were supposed to do, but he also did what he was supposed to do. Yeah, your accuracy really isn't bad. You're still quite outnumbered at this point, so play it safe. Yeah, I like what you're doing, just keeping the monkey at bay. Oof, Junkrat got a kill. Where? Where was Hanzo? It's very important for you, like, when someone dies, to ask, like, is it because they were in a bad position, or is it because the Junkrat's in a bad position? Like, at this point, you don't know. Maybe it happened up here, which would be a real threat to you. But it was because it was Hanzo's fault, not Junkrat's fault. And yeah. So, what happened here in point B is you didn't really have a clean fight. You started with 3, you fell back a bit, but your Orisa died, and then the enemy team basically just had momentum, and you guys didn't regroup for a good fight all the way throughout point B. So that's why you lost that point. Not your fault. It's more your tank's fault, but we're not here to point fingers, we're here to say what went wrong. All in all, like, I am happy with your gameplay so far. A few missed opportunities here and there, but all in all, like, your accuracy is fine, and your target priority is good as well.
Group up here.
Don't move.
Okay, stop flashbacking into shields. This Winston's, I mean, I love Winston. I play Winston like a lot. And this is how you want to use your bubbles. For any Winston players watching this video, which I find unlikely. I mean, what Winston players watching a VOD review for Mcree, but yeah, this is textbook what you should be doing in Winston. What you should be doing in Mcree is walking through the shield and then trying to get him. What you should be doing when you walk through the shield is falling back here. Uh, and then what you should be doing when that happens is just basically keeping him at bay, like standing here and just staying out of his range, but making sure that he isn't pushed up as here like he's doing right now. So it's a bit of a dance, the whole shield war. You can also try to break the bubble, but that's kind of pointless on your own. Point is, like, you should be walking through the bubble earlier. Like, at this point, it's a bit late because you've already lost some health. But the moment you see that bubble, you should be walking through it and then flashing him. I don't have to tell you that flashing into bubbles is bad. Oh, why am I fast forwarded?
Need a doctor.
Oh, that's a mistake. You should die for that. You can even his leap is off cooldown, so you can deadeye and kill him right now. Now I know it's a one person deadeye, but it's still worth it to kill his monkey to kill their monkey right now. You should be killing the monkey. Kill the monkey. Where is he? Oh, yeah. It even looks like he's gonna escape. You could have guaranteed the kill on him with Deadeye, and that's the thing. Like, I know, like one kill, blah blah blah, but like securing one kill at the start of the fight is worth more than getting 3 kills at the end of the fight, if that makes sense. Because like you're turning a 6v6 into a 6v5, which is better than turning like a 6v3 into a 6v0, if that makes sense. So yeah, like it's totally worth it to use your ult to get one kill if it's the start of the fight. Junkrat killed you. Yeah, like Junkrat just does that. You want to stay out of Junkrat's range. Unless you can get a flash on him, which you didn't. So,
Let's start over at the beginning. Thank you kindly. Fall back.
yeah, at this point, again, like you've got some downtime, you might want to think about taking the high ground here. It is risky because, you know, like I said, Mcree, like I said 100 times, Mcree is diveable. So if you're up here and Monkey comes, then you're gonna have a bad time. You're probably not gonna die to it, but you're gonna have a bad time. But even so, like taking this position up here is better than like just standing down here doing nothing, if that makes sense. Like you're just doing nothing right now. Oof, that hurts. Your Hanzo died. The rest of your team should be falling back right now. They're not, so I mean, props to you for like taking advantage of this Rhine shield. Here's another opportunity for a Deadeye. Not the big. Actually, no, don't. Don't, because Ryan can just fall back here. But you want to be using it again. You want to be using it to break Ryan's shield. Where is he? Is he up here? No, he's down here. Oh god, that's bad for you. That's really, really bad for you. So yeah, if you had used yours first, you could have probably prevented this even. So yeah, this is an example of where your lack of play, I guess, where your indecision, or rather your, how shall we put it? This was preventable. You could have prevented this. Like, yeah, by using your Deadeye there, where I said you could have prevented this probably.
Easy.
I like that flash. Like you didn't know Ryan was shattering, but that would have been a big flash. You got one. That's fine. Yeah, you know Junkrat's up there. You should probably actually go contest him.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Enemy is here.
Fire at will.
Yeah, you're standing a bit back. it's safe positioning, but like your team's dying up front. You don't really have an angle on these guys because of the payload's position. I would have preferred to maybe see you standing on top of the payload. It's still a relatively safe position. You're uh, close to cover because you can duck behind the payload if you need to, but you didn't have a angle at these guys where you were standing, so it was tough. Beautiful kill on the Reptar. I love it. I really love it. So yeah, so far, like I think, like your neutral gameplay is good, but I don't really see you making plays, if that makes sense. You're not making opportunities. You're taking opportunities, and sometimes you need to make opportunities. Uh, Unnecessary switch. You had your Deadeye. You're not exactly in a stall situation. Like, yeah, you should maybe swap because of stall situations, but you've got 4 people in here. Like, the payload's not going to be pushed in instantly. Arguably, like it's worth it to just get back here and support them as soon as possible. But you did give up your Deadeye for this, which is, definitely worth noting. So I would have personally just stick to Mcree and use your Deadeye. But yeah, like I respect it. I see the intention behind the swap. It was a good idea, but yeah, unnecessary and. Okay, going for Ryan, not really great. He's got healing. He's not gonna die. Go for other people first. Unlucky. Shock trap. Yeah, so definitely think you could have turned that around if you had stick to Mcree and used your Deadeye. Like, not necessarily, but I think you would have done a lot more on Mcree than on Soldier. Like, the idea behind switching to Soldier is to just get back as soon as possible and, let's be real here, to get a body on the payload. But you weren't really in a situation where you needed that. You had enough time to get back on Mcree.
Score 3-3. Initiating match.
Build 'em up.
Torb, I respect it, yeah. Honestly, this is a really good point for Torb. There are a lot of places. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Torb turret placement. You want to put your turret somewhere where it will hurt them after they engage. So, like, if you put your turret, like, let's say you put your turret up here. Yeah, it's gonna do a little bit of damage, but they're just gonna break it, so it's not good. But if you put your turret, like, there are so many hidey spots you could put it. For example, you could put it here. So actually, no, this might also not. I mean, it's alright, because you can hide it in the bush, so that gives it some cover, some confusion, but they can still break it at range. You could put it in here. Such a cheeky turret spot. Like, it's not gonna do anything until the enemy's on the point, but when they're on the point, it's gonna damage them a lot, and that's sort of the thing. Like, you want to put it somewhere where, like, they've already engaged. Back here is also another one of those spots. It covers the point and um, it starts hurting them after they've engaged. You can put it up here. Same thing, like, they can't break it from this sideline, they can't break it from this sideline, and it starts shooting them when they've already dropped down. Alternatively, you could just put it somewhere here, like, this is a fine spot because they can't break it until they've sort of engaged. Like, they can, like, poke out here and then destroy it from this angle while staying relatively safe. But it does cost them time. But if they're coming from this angle, then this is a much better turret. Or if they're coming from this angle. So yeah, a little bit about turret placement. Let's see where you end up putting it.
Hold back! Hold back!
Yeah, I don't like that. I just don't like that. They can break it from here, is the thing. And if, like, playing into a torb, you want to break the turret before engaging, before while poking. You've got different phases of fight. You've got a poking phase and an engagement phase. And from here, they can break it during the poking phase. They can like stand here, shoot, 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 stay safe, heal up, go out, shoot, 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 stay safe, heal up, heal up. Point is like this turret isn't gonna like do critical damage. It's just any damage it does is probably gonna get healed up. Also, it's not covering the point. So like if they come low ground, the turret's literally useless. They can come up here and the turret's never gonna do anything. Not a great turret placement. One thing I like. Another place you could put it is if you put it right here. It covers the point and they have to come in before they can destroy it. But here's just not a great place. Like you could even put it further back to make it harder for them to destroy it before engaging. Like here's just I see no advantages to putting it here, basically.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I'm overloading!
Yeah, I like. Oh, beautiful. I like that you're poking here because things like that can happen. Like it's just spam is all it is. Like you weren't betting on a kill, but you got a kill anyway, so that's nice. You don't have to back up yet. You could have stayed like a second or two more, but it's fine. Whatever. Okay, it looks like they're going main. You could have stayed on the high ground, like no reason to jump down.
Time to let off some steam!
So, little thing about Torb. When to use his primary, when to use his secondary. You want to be using his primary 95% of the time. Reason being, so the secondary does more burst damage, but it drains your ammo so much faster, so you have to reload more often. So you can actually just do so much more consistent damage by just spamming left click instead of right click. But also very noteworthy, the right click is a shotgun type blast, which actually does less damage against armor, which Ryan had. Like, you didn't know if he had armor or not when he was busy doing that charge. So, against targets with armor, you always want to be just shooting normal shots, not right click, because it actually just does more damage. Your normal shot rather than your right click. Right click you pretty much only want to use when it can kill someone. Like if someone's low HP and you're close to them, then you can right click. Like that's really the only situation. But even if they're like half HP, like it's arguably better just to left click. So that's all I'll say on that. Beautiful. I love your spamming. So your turret is, I mean, it's still up here. It's not going to do anything. You can think about repositioning it. Like I said, back here is good. Up here might be good because it could just spam at them. Or back here, indeed. Like here is fine too. You could take the time to reposition it, but you're not. Okay. Aggressive turret spot. I don't hate it because yeah, it makes things harder. Like they can't push right now, and like time's almost up. So the point being, like, yeah, this is fine in the situation, but back here would just be better, or back here would just be better, or back here would. I'm willing to say even back here would just be better than where you put it. So it's fine, but there are better places you could have put it.
I'm overloading! Back to the slide.
Beautiful. I love your spam. So you can hear Lucio to your right. I don't know if you can hear it. Like, I don't know if I said it like I did another VOD review earlier. I don't know if I said this in this VOD review or in the previous one, but sound is so damn important in Overwatch. Get good surround sound headphones and use the Dolby Atmos settings, because being able to hear where the enemies are coming from is just so good. If you can't hear them, then you're just giving up so much information. So point is, like, I can hear Lucio to the right. You're not looking at him, so I don't know if you can. So I feel the need to recommend use your sound. Get good headphones. Like it makes such a big difference. Like, yeah, even at that range, the right click's not good. Because you need to reload more often. And because he had armor. And then you died. You should definitely stick to Torb, you're really close to your ult. So even though you have to go back quick, Torb isn't slow, if you just hit his E while leaving spawn, I mean, it's no Soldier 76 sprint, but it's better than nothing, so yeah, just E and run, that's good. That's good. Ooh, that's not looking good. So yeah, looking here, you should, while approaching, just throw your turret right here. This is a really, really, really good turret spot, because it covers the point and it's hard for them to break. Let's see if you do it. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. What happened? It feels like they were winning this fight, but they just got off the point. I'm gonna go back just a few seconds to see why they got off the point, or if it's just a solid C9. Let's see what happened. Because it felt like they were winning this fight. Okay, your right chased back their Orisa, and their BAP's alone on point, their BAP died. Yeah, the reason they lost there is because their Orisa was a coward. That's the biggest reason they lost there. Like, that should have really gone on a lot longer, and like, honestly, I think they should have won this fight, but they got off the point, so there's that. And let's see the last defense. Where are you? Back on Mcree? Yeah. I respect it, Mcree's good here.
A little more time to get ready.
Yeah, pushing up your alone again. I explained to you already why this is a bad idea. Also, you should be thinking that they've got a Bastion because they had a Bastion on the last fight, so just be aware. Okay, you waited for your team. I'm gonna give you a clap for that. Well done for waiting for your team. Okay, I like that you're going for the Bastion. It is risky, like Bastion can actually just kill you right now, but so like you might want to actually just like stand here where you're safer and like shoot Bap because he's not behind the shield, or if Bap wasn't there, just shoot the shield from an angle that Bastion can't shoot you. Reason being, like, this Bastion really shouldn't die as long as Ryan's got shield. If he dies now, it's Ryan's fault. It's absolutely Ryan's fault. And Orisa, why is Orisa on the point? Orisa shouldn't be on the point. It makes me angry. Why are you down here? Orisa should be up here with the Bastion. And then dealing with the Bastion, you want to break the shields first and then kill Bastion. Like, it's unlikely. It's only if the tanks fuck up that you can kill the Bastion before the shield breaks. So like I feel like I got a bit off course, but point being, like, first things first, kill this Bap. He's not behind the shield that he should be, so you should punish that. But even if ignoring the fact that you should be killing this Bap, because I mean, he's an idiot, he should just die. Ignoring that fact, you should be standing somewhere where you can shoot the shield without putting yourself in danger. So like standing here, for example, you can shoot the shield without being in danger. Got it. So like standing here, you are in danger of being killed. Like, this dynamite might kill you. But yeah, let's see. Ooh, and the Bap ended up killing you. Yeah. So that was preventable. You could have moved into this cover sooner, and you should have been shooting at the Bap. And yeah, you had no impact on the last fight, so I'm not even going to talk about it. All in all, you didn't make too many mistakes. Like, I think this is one of the situations where it's not so much the mistakes that you made, but more missed opportunities. You could have taken more opportunities, made more opportunities for your team. Like, I'm just gonna go back a bit. Even on Mcree, you want to be going on flanks. Like, there are so many situations. Like, on Mcree, you don't want to be going on big flanks. Like, let's say, let's pretend the enemy are here holding here. Like, yeah, it's all well and good shoot at their shield or whatever. But if you want to, you can go like you can just go here and see if anyone's standing here. Because like if they're holding here, they might be tunnel visioned down this sideline. And they might not realize you're here. So like taking that kind of angle is good. Um, you could also like let's say they're holding Urish. You could try to sneak through this building. Like it's safe enough. What you shouldn't be doing as Mcree is going on long flanks. Like you shouldn't be going all the way around here. That would be crazy. Um, but you want to look for short flanks. Short flanks is what you want. So like even on McCree, it's very you probably don't want to be going on this sort of flank as McCree. Unless you're following your team, like your team's going this way, so like you should have been following them, but you were dead, so never mind that. But the point is like you probably shouldn't be going here as McCree on your own. If there's someone else with you, sure, whatever, but like not on your own. But where's another like short flank you could go on? There aren't really any on this point, unfortunately. So let's say on this on this site, let's say the enemy are holding here. You could go over here as McCree and like go for a cheeky pick here. Like, you can even like if you really wanted to, like it's risky, but again, this is what I'm saying. You want to take risks. You want to make opportunities, not just play passive. So you can come up here and look to kill someone either from this angle or this angle. And if you're in danger, can just roll back and be with your team in no time. That's what you're looking for. Short flanks, a flank where you can just get out of it if needed using your roll. Roll is such a short distance, but it's better than nothing. Um, or you're another short flank. Got it. Usually, like at the end of my reviews, I like to go to the practice range and show some tech. But I don't think there really is any McCree tech, so I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, please, please give me feedback. It means the world to me. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.